Hey, most of you have probably heard of Shin Megami Tensei through the Persona games, its popular spin-off series. You may have heard horror stories of the difficulty and complex gameplay. Well, I'm here to tell you that even if you're not an elite gamer, that you can still enjoy these games too. Shin Megami Tensei shares the demon fusion system with Persona, but in these games, demons are your party members. SMT games also commonly have the main characters shaping the world based on the actions they take throughout the game. In this video, I'll go over a list of 3 games I personally think are great entry points to the series. For those who want a TLDW, here are the games. Hey, nice JPEGs. Now, onto a little bit more about each game. Strange Journey provides a balanced experience that will show you what the series is all about. Nocturne offers a rewarding gameplay cycle and a great atmosphere. Devil Survivor focuses on a dramatic, weighty story based on decision making. Also, all the games I'm going to talk about are isolated stories with very little connecting them, so feel free to play them in any order you like. Strange Journey is a grid-based dungeon crawler where you play as an elite soldier sent as part of a team to investigate an expanding black hole-like anomaly in Antarctica. Inhabited by demons! This game has one of the best intros in this series, and it only gets better the more you play. Progression through the game is constant, never feeling like a slog. There is always a goal to achieve and a path to accomplishing it. Dungeons are divided into sectors, explored in first person with a wide array of demons to recruit and puzzles to solve. Combat is turn-based, with you and 3 other demons squaring up against a group of enemies, but only the main character can negotiate with them. The main cast of characters, while elite soldiers, are relatable and human with their own ideals and unique mannerisms. Most of the game is spent crawling dungeons, with their own distinct aesthetic and storylines, topped off with a climactic boss representing a less than ideal aspect of humanity. With a fast-paced story that ties into dungeon progression, Strange Journey introduces you to SMT mechanics with great tutorialization, allowing you to feel more comfortable as a whole with the game. Continue on, soldier. The world depends on you. In Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, you're a young man on his way to visit his sick teacher in the hospital with some friends. Then the world ends. Bruh. After being given a strange power from a young boy, you are now the Demi-Fiend and are left stranded in a new world inhabited by demons. The ability to control demons and grow infinitely powerful is in your hands. Will you use it to bring the old world back, shape a new world, or something more evil? This new vortex world you find yourself in has some of the best atmosphere in the series. The mix of destroyed buildings reminiscent of the world you once knew, accompanied by the structures that can only be described as alien, elicits a feeling of unease and wonder everywhere you go. Story cues lead you from location to location, where you will find yourself exploring various areas from demon cities, underground bunkers, and otherworldly towers. Every location is wholly unique, with its own track, backstory, and demons befitting the environment. Factions with their own ideals reign over certain domains, adding extra flavor to the world, seeing the ideologies of specific demons. The battle system is deep, heavily incentivizing strategic play, with the exploiting of your enemy's weaknesses, buffing your party, and debuffing the enemy being heavily rewarded and the key to your victory. Nocturne's story is minimalist in its approach, but it never ceases to be intriguing and always pushes you to your next task. You are neither human nor devil. Will all bend to your will? In Devil Survivor, you play as a young man, meeting his friends in Shibuya, Tokyo, only to have the government completely lock down the entire Yamanote circle. Also, there are demons. Over the course of 7 days, you must fight for survival as society breaks down around you. Each passing day in the lockdown poses its own unique set of challenges, centering on your party and your interactions with other victims. This game is rather different in terms of gameplay, as it is more akin to a tactics game like Fire Emblem than previous entries' strictly turn-based combat. Though there are demon party members and turn-based battles are initiated through the grid map. There's no exploration in this game, just strictly choosing an action via the map and initiating either a character interaction or a battle. Whether you decide to protect civilians, learn more about the mysterious lockdown, or find different perspectives on how to escape from the supporting cast is all up to you. Actions indicated with a clock icon use up your limited time. As the story accelerates towards its conclusion, the urgency of each task is felt more and more. Will you save the lives of innocents from demons, or just spend more time with your waifus? Hey, I won't judge. The art direction definitely makes you lean more to one side. You won't be able to experience every storyline. It's up to you to judge the value of each action. How will you use your time? If you googled any of these games by now, you probably already noticed that there's more than one version of each game available to play. I'll quickly go over the differences between them now. Strange Journey had the Redux version that came out 9 years after the original on the 3DS, which added a new character by the name of Alex as an antagonist throughout the game, new dungeon, new mechanics, 3 new endings, and most obviously a new art style accompanied by a fully voiced Japanese dub. If this new content interests you and you would enjoy the quality of life upgrades, pick up the Redux version. If you prefer the older art style, the original holds up extremely well. There were 3 versions of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne released. Original, which only came out in Japan, Maniacs, which is the version most people have played as it was released worldwide, and Maniacs Re-Release, which changed the addition of Dante from the Devil May Cry series to Raido Kuzunoha, a hero from the Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raido games. Maniacs added Black Frost, Dante, the Labyrinth of Amala, optional bosses, a new ending, and much more. The version to play is Maniacs Edition, as it is the easiest to get a hold of physically or via the PlayStation Store. Devil Survivor had a port 3 years after its initial release called Overclocked. Overclocked added an 8th day with its own unique scenario following up on whichever ending you chose, new demons and skills, voice acting in all story relevant scenes, redrawn art, and easy mode, and more. If you are interested in this game and can get your hands on the overclocked version, it would be the best way to play. If, for whatever reason, you are stuck with a version of the game you did not hope for, every version of the games listed deliver a great SMT experience. All versions convey their games' strengths, and no matter what release it is, it would still have a spot on my list. To summarize everything on the list, each of these games offers something emblematic of the series. Strange Journey is the game with the alignment system to represent your character and decide which ending you will receive. Nocturne has the press turn system, the mechanic unique to SMT, where targeting your opponent's weak point or scoring a critical hit nets you an extra attack. And the same is true for your opponent. Devil Survivor is an outlier, but it is a tactical RPG with prolonged battles and a fixed time system. After you find an entry point into the series, I would actually recommend going back and playing every other game on this list, as they will offer you an entirely new experience unique to the SMT franchise. A luxury you can only have when you play a game that belongs to a series that's been running as long as SMT. So, there were my recommendations to get into Shin Megami Tensei. I love this series, and I hope this list helped you get into it in some way too. If you decided on a game to play because of this list, leave a comment letting me know which one you chose. And if you're a veteran of the series that just wanted to watch for fun, comment what you would recommend as well. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you really liked the video, subscribe to see more SMT and Persona content in the future. But if you didn't like the video, oh well, one more god rejected. This was Tony for you. Have a great day.